Hey, y'all, and thank you so much for tuning in to Respectfully with Miss Pretty Young Thing. I'm your PYT, and let's get into it. So, y'all, I know y'all not used to the no face, no case, but this is what we're going to get right now. Listen, I am beaten. I'm defeated. I had a long day. If you've been watching my vlogs, you know that I am out of town. But the show must go on because what are we talking about today? We are talking about Joseline's Cabaret. Where have we taken over? Texas. So Joseline is in Texas. And episodes 1 and 2 have passed on the Zeus Network. And we're going to play catch up. We're going to talk about both episodes. So first, I'm going to talk about the cast. And then we're going to do a brief review of what we've seen in the episodes. Okay, so before we go ahead and do that, if you love Joseline's Cabaret, if you love PYT, if you love Ratchet TV, or if you're a fan of Zeus, please do me a favor. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit those post notifications, and go ahead and share this with a friend, okay? You already know the vibe. Welcome to PYT TV, respectfully. So, that being said, y'all, let's get into it. So, y'all, Joseline's Cabaret just kicked off, and we have episodes 1 and 2 to go ahead and catch up on. So, first, we're going to talk about the cast. Then, we're going to do a breakdown of the entirety of everything, as I mentioned before. So, let's get into this cast, y'all. Okay, so I'm not going in any particular order. We're just going to go based off the dome, based off my memory. And the first person that we need to talk about is Voodoo. Okay, Voodoo is not new to this. You know, she is true to this. She was on the past episodes, past seasons of Joseline's Cabaret, but this time she came back with a vengeance. You already see where her energy is coming from. You already see that she is 100% down for Joseline. She already has been, but I feel like last time she was a little more timid. She was just like, you know, don't start no ish, won't be no ish. This time around, she's giving more. Going, you know how the girlies be talking all of this ish on the internet. So this time she's coming back, you know, with that pow pow, that pew pew for, you know, whoever comes at her sideways from past conversations on the internet. So of course, her and her best friend, okay, is coming at wet, all types of sideways, child, all types of sideways. Okay, so we're going to get more into that in a few. So, of course, we have Voodoo. Next, we're going to go ahead and talk about Diamond. So, remember, Diamond is back. So, Diamond, she's giving a little BBW a little bit, child. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Diamond coming back. She is postpartum, okay? She just had a baby. Congratulations. Her titties were already gigantic, but, baby, now they fill with milk. So, they're on a million. Okay, I'm eager to see whether or not she's going to come with that energy on the pole. I want to see her pole work. I want to see where she's coming when it comes to everything, because a little baby weight ain't going to stop nobody from shining. So, like, don't let the looks fool you. She's still a pretty face, okay? She's still a pretty face. Thank you very much. The baby weight can go away with a little cardio on a pole, baby. So we're going to see what Diamond is working with. Now, as far as her attitude, she still has that weird demeanor about her. I don't know. It's something about her that's just giving stank. Like, I don't know. She gives Natalie Nunn vibes a little bit when it comes to, it. Let me know in the comments how you feel about it, but I feel it gives a tad colorist at times. She just be talking to people crazy, but I can't put my finger on it. We gonna have to observe this season. Let's watch how she talks to the dark-skinned girls before I make up my mind. Y'all let's figure that out. Next, we're going to talk about Wet. So you already know Joseline does not care about how Wet dances, and we already seen on the blogs that Wet is going to get her booty tossed from side to side, okay? But that being said, because she doesn't know how to dance, but she was still like one of the crowd favorites when it came to the last season of Joseline's Cabaret, of course Joseline brought her back, but she didn't bring her back as a dancer. She brought her back as the house mom. Is she going to be successful in that task? I 100% doubt it. And for what I've seen in episode 1 and 2, it's not going to be a thing. So we'll see how long. Does she even make it to episode 3? We going to find out this weekend, respectfully. All right. So next we have OG Danny Fantastic, aka Voodoo's ride or die best friend, Friznayi, respectfully. Okay. So Danny Fantastic. Danny was not playing. She is a return, of course. And I know she rubs a lot of people the wrong way because of, her crazy eccentric attitude. But I feel like that's what makes her her. You get what I'm saying? Like, some of these girls are like really chill or, standoffish or whatever. She is crazy. Okay? She is like psycho. And I feel like I like that aspect to her because she actually has, there's a difference between a girl that doesn't have personality and a girl that has personality. And I'm not gonna knock her for having what everyone considers too much personality. I feel like it's just enough. Welcome to Joseline's Cabaret, baby. She brings what she needs to bring to the table. Okay? So, that being said, next we have Raven. I never in a million years, if I bet money, from the last season that Raven was going to come back, I would have lost all bets. Because the way Joseline side-swiped, Hulk smashed her against the sidewalk, two-hand swing, alley-oop to herself, slam dunked her on the pavement last season, I never, ever would have thought that she would have come back. But baby, them Zeus checks, they say let me pay as well. And as you can see, yes, they do. Okay? So big shout out to Raven for coming back. Respectfully, I love Raven. I never would have expected her to, ended up on Joseline's bad side, but because she did, it ended up going the way that it did. But I'm glad she chose to come back. Let bygones be bygones. Listen, she's a better person than most of us. So I can't wait to see what Raven brings to the table. And so far, she's brought a lot. So keep it coming, girl. Next, we're going to talk about Lexi Gold, okay? This is a bad mama jamma. And not only is she a looker, but baby, she got the hands to prove it. Because episode 1 and 2, she did what she needed to do. I'm loving the fact that all of these girls have the right amount of personality, and the right amount of flair, but they also got them hands. Listen, I am utterly entertained. Okay, if these were how the replacements were on Baddies Caribbean, I think we would have had a better season. Joseline, kudos to you because Lexi has everything, and I can't wait to see more of her on the show. Let me know in the comments how you are feeling about these girls so far. Lexi, I feel like I can't wait to see what she brings to the table thus far. I'm loving it. Next, we're going to talk about Jayla, the Russian Dream, okay? I didn't know how to feel about her at the beginning. She's a pretty face. She kind of reminds me of Monet Tejada's daughter on Power. Just a little bit. They might be twinning just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe they're cousins. But either or, she has a very timid personality, but you can tell, like, don't try her. Don't start no ish, won't be no ish. She one of those. So, she's a firecracker, but she might just be observing the house. I feel like as the season continues, we're probably going to see more of her personality. But so far, what I've seen of it, she's cool beans. She fits right in. Welcome to Joseline's Cabaret, baby. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Jayla, the Russian Dream. We see you, Jayla. Next, we have Envy Erica. Okay, now I'm still learning her. I'm still figuring her out. She's giving pampered princess. She would have fit more in with the original Joseline's Cabaret crew with the Miami girls. She gives like a bougie energy. I don't fight. I'm just here to sit pretty, which is perfectly fine. But what that pole work do, baby? Okay, I really want to see what the pole work do. Listen, I'm just here to see what the pole work do. As far as personality goes, it's giving. I'm hoping she's not as boring as what I feel like she's going to be, but only time will tell. Envy, don't let me down, baby. Next, we're going to talk about Queen Envy. Okay, we have the BBW #1 in the house, the chocolate drop in the flesh. Okay, you already know the vibe. She comes with it. Okay, when I tell you her hips are hipping, her thighs are thizing, she is proportionate. Okay, Rolly, eat your heart out. Okay, if this is a 360 lipo, you need to talk to her doctor, okay? Because goals did not hit it the way hers did. She has personality. She has flair. I'm scared to see who would try to check her because, baby, she looked like she'll snatch somebody up. But she's definitely beautiful. First and foremost, big shout out to Joseline for bringing the ladies. They're all lookers, all sort of flavors, pimping all over the world. I am here for it. So big shout out to Queen Envy. She's really, I could tell she has what it takes for Joseline's Cabaret, and I can't wait to see what the pole work is looking like. Next, we have Isis. Isis is kind of spicy. Okay, don't let this ice on Isis fool y'all. Don't let this little dress with the little frozen fool y'all, because she is spicy. She is a hot tamale. Okay, her hair is gorgeous. Let me know in the comments whether or not y'all think that's really her hair or not. I can't really tell. I haven't looked hard enough to see whether or not that is a crochet situation or whether or not that is growing out of her scalp. Okay, but either or, she got them hands. Don't let her size fool her. Something about them slim girls on this show, but them slim girls got them hands. Let's not play like Wet didn't karate chop kick that one girl on the other season. These little slim girls got them hands. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Isis. At the beginning, she was given, reserved. Then as the episode continued on, I was like, okay, she got a little attitude to her. Then by the time she put the paws on them, I was like, oh, okay, let's go. Next, we have Spicy. Is it Spicy Money? Spicy Moni? Let me know in the comments how you pronounce this girl's name. Either or, she is another BBW on the cast. She is a gorgeous Latina. Talk to her nines, okay? Eat your heart out, okay? So what's going on with her? So she's extremely timid from what I can see. I can't tell whether or not she's just observing or whether or not her personality maybe she's camera shy. This is probably her first time on some sort of a reality TV thing. It shocked me when Joseline said that she catfished her. So I low-key need to, we gonna flip through her Instagram real quick and figure out, where the catfish situation may take place. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments how you feel about her. As a whole, I definitely feel like the pole work is probably where she's going to shine. Okay, because it's typically the quiet ones that be the freaks from what I've heard. Okay. And if she made it all the way to the show, Joseline had to have seen something in her. Okay, she has a beautiful face. Thick in the waist, thick in the thighs. Now watch her vibe. I am looking forward to seeing Spicy. Okay, Joseline already told her to get with the program, and I'm sure she will just fine. Next, we have Oceans. I am eager to see how she goes. Now, from clips that I've seen of the Joseline's Cabaret tour, I'm pretty sure I thought I saw her on the pole work when they were off to Dallas, Houston, Cancun, and whatever other city that they went to, San Antonio, I think. I'm pretty sure I think I saw her, so we know she may be a finalist. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to look at Joseline's Instagram to make sure of it. But the girls aren't feeling her. She's giving teacher's pet. She's giving kiss ass. She's giving yes, Joseline. She's giving let me do everything it takes to stay, in her right hand so that I never, ever, ever leave the cabaret. It's giving the rest of the girls ain't gonna be effing with her because she is creating a barrier between her and the other girls by way of don't diss Joseline. Why y'all being disrespectful? So she better for some reason I feel like she might get jumped, but we gonna see how the episodes continue from here. Oceans, let me know how you feel about her. Next, we're going to move on to show girl Neek. Neek. I like her. She is a looker. She's extremely beautiful. She is, her personality is personalitying. Okay, get into it. Her hair, her everything. She definitely is the it factor. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see all of their pole work, to be honest, because at the end of the day, Joseline's Cabaret, the point of it is so that she can get these ladies trained and tamed and prim and proper and together, so that by the time they get on the stage, on the tour, her background dancers are background dancing. And I feel like she has what it takes to get it done. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Showgirl Neek. Next, we have Des. Y'all, there's so many girls. So Des, she is beautiful. Okay, she is beautiful. I'm trying to see how her personality may come into play. I don't really remember her that much when it comes to episodes 1 and 2, but she definitely is a looker. She is. Let me know in the comments how you feel about Des. Let me know if I missed something when it came to her. All I know is I want to see more. Next, we have Kay. So Kay is our token plastic Barbie. Okay, and I'm not trying to throw shade or anything. I just, them fillers was filling. But I can't wait to see her pole work. She gives me, this is what, she's the best one at the club that she work at. She gives that energy. Like, you can tell she make good money. So it leads me to believe that her pole work is bananas. BANANAS. I'm eager to see Kay because she's such a prim and proper. I don't know. Like, I really want to see. I don't know if she's going to give Tootsie's energy or King of Diamonds energy, but I don't know. I just want to see. Kay, let me see what you're working with. Will she make it to the end? I doubt it, but I low-key want to see what she's working with. Let me know in the comments how you feel about her. Chinks, baby. I am digging this girl. Oh my God. So her and Lexi Gold gets at it. That was a battle, a BBW battle, okay? Battle of the BBW Royale, okay? And she is gorgeous. Big shout out to all of the beautiful chocolate queens. Like, when I tell you Joseline did her big one when it comes to the casting of this. Chinks, I'm rooting for you, okay? Let me know in the comments how you feel about Chinks. She definitely had the flavor. I don't like the fact that she was rumbling over a man, but we're going to get more into that. Let's just finish up with these girls, but let me know what you think about Chinks. Let's go into Fetish. Fetish is another beautiful chocolate queen, Miss Thickums herself. She's so bougie, so cute. I don't know why, but she reminds me of Callie, Blueface's sister. I don't know if it's like how she pronounces her words or the enunciation. I don't know what it is, but her facial expressions themselves give me Blueface sister vibes. Let me know if I'm tripping, but either or, Fetish is pretty. You could tell she got some rumble and tumble in her, okay, given how episode 2 ends up topping off. But let me know how you feel about her. I really like her. Next, we have Hennessy. Okay, another pretty face that I don't really remember like that, but if I was missing some details when it comes to Hennessy, let me know. I am looking forward to her. There's a lot of girls that didn't hit the mark when it comes to personality in the first 2 episodes, but we definitely have more episodes to come. I want to see the floor work. I want to see the pole work. I want to see the personality. I want to see everything. I mean, if they rumble, they rumble. That's not going to be the highlight of my life, because we get enough of that when it comes to Zeus. But I really want to see what they're working with, the professionalism. I want to see who's going to make it into Joseline's Cabaret, okay? I'm going to try my best to only look for, the attendance sheet when it comes to Oceans, when I look back at Joseline's clip, because I want to be surprised when I see the rest of them. But let me know how you felt about Hennessy. Next, we have Rose. Rose was really, really pretty. What else I remember about her? I don't know. But she is the last, but she is not the least, okay? Let me know in the comments how you felt about Rose. And that is everyone from Baddies Caribbean, okay? Now, when it comes to the opening episode, of course, the opening episode starts off with Joseline doing her big one. Everything's big in Texas, so she comes riding her big horse, and I am here for it. So Joseline's intro was everything, and I was feeling it to 1,000%. Listen, you know what? It's one of those things where, like, you know that Baddies Caribbean and Joseline's Cabaret are beefing low key. It's like McDonald's and Burger King. They're just going to go back and forth. And you could tell that was a lot of shade, not a little shade, a lot of shade, not the little one, towards Natalie. But then at the same token, she was staying in the tune of Texas. So it was just giving Texas Hold'em. It was giving homage to Beyonce. It was just doing everything that it was supposed to do, okay? And you know Joseline gonna be naked, so later on she had that little scene in the tub with her man. But her and her hubby looking, you know how they looking, her African Mandingo man, okay? I love them together. He is definitely her better half. And while they're getting themselves together, of course, the ladies are getting themselves together. So there's already some tension, because Wet Wet is beefing with two of the ladies, which ended up being a rumble. So let's just carry on. So what ends up happening is, by the time they get to the feature party, there's a feature party in which all of the ladies are invited to so that they can introduce themselves as, you know, the castings of the Cabaret. Okay, the host of that event was the beautiful Miss Erica Mena. Okay, we love a good Zeus check. Okay. So Erica Mena ends up hosting. She talks to some of the girls, let them know, you know, got to get together, got to do their thing. And who ends up getting snatched? Who ends up snatching up Wet Wet? None other than Voodoo Doll, with the alley oop to Miss OG Danny Fantastic. So Danny and Voodoo both end up fighting Wet Wet. Wigs all over the place. And respectfully, Raven had me on the floor when it came to her twerking with the wig. Because at first I was confused. I was like, who is that with looking like a scarecrow? And then I realized she had snatched up one of their wigs to put it on her head. And it was just like crazy. When I tell you it was body slam, it was literally all over the place. Let me know in the comments how you felt about that rumble. And then the very next episode, that's basically how episode 1 happened. It was just the intros. It was just them getting ready. It was them by the time they make it into the party. There's already some prior beefs, so it ends up blowing up right there, or whatever the case may be. So then episode 2 starts off from there. You know, them coming for Miss Wet Wet doing her big one, how she always does. And Voodoo and OG Danny, first of all, they are crazy. So Voodoo ends up looking at one of the girls crazy because they end up snatching her wig. Isis is who she ends up looking at crazy, and they end up on a showdown of their own. Another showdown that happened was Chinks versus I believe it was Chinks versus Lexi Gold, because their situation is, I believe Lexi Gold's Big Papa, okay, was putting Chinks onto the game, and I guess they have relations, Chinks and Big Papa. And Lexi Gold was just like, oh, well, he was just taking your money and I'm spending it, or whatever the case may be. And Chinks was just like, oh, no, it was mutual, baby. He was spending on me, too. And they end up rumbling, and it was Battle of the BBWs. When I tell you the craziness, when it came to that circumstance, I was scared. First of all, I was scared for Chinks' edges, because you can't be with micro twists getting yanked and swung all over the place every time Lexi grabbed Chinks' hair. I was startled. I was upset. I didn't know, like, I was holding my hair. Y'all know I got braids in right now, so I was just holding on to my edges. I did not know what was going on. So it was a lot going on when it came to that party. And then it ended up turning into a twerk off. Joseline pulled them all to the side, said, hey, y'all need to learn how to conduct yourselves. Y'all are a reflection of me. And then they all ended up jumping in the pool. So the next day, they are getting into the house. The house is gorgeous. It is. I thought that the mansion that Baddies Caribbean had in Dominican Republic was bomb. No, this beat it. This house beat it. The staircase glowing was the most beautiful touch The driveway was amazing. Like, you could tell it was sitting on some acres. The master bedroom that Joseline and her man was in was amazing. I know Ballistic is going to toss her from side to side on them linens, okay? So while they're coming in, of course, Joseline is trying to let them know, what the house rules are. Put on the little no shoes all over the place. Put your little, booties on or whatever. And while she's trying to get into serious mode, we have Miss Wet Wet coming in and twerking or whatever. So, of course, Joseline politely dusts her off to the side. And Wet Wet is not trying to hear it. Like, it's time for her to be the house mom, and it's time for her to buckle down, and she's over here. Joseline doesn't like to be outshined, especially when she's in serious mode. When she's trying to lay down the law, you can't just be... What is Joseline's sign? Hold on. Somebody tell me what Joseline's sign is, because I feel like that has a lot to do with it, okay? But either or, she ends up getting dismissed. Wet Wet ends up getting dismissed. It turns into a situation where Wet Wet is in her face with the entitlement, because you already know Joseline, when she's talking down to Wet Wet, one of the first disses that she's going to give, aside from her not being able to dance, is her teeth, because she had them same braces in for like 12,000 years. No brackets, no nothing. Like, what is going on with that? So she was just like, Wet Wet was just like, oh, you said that you were going to fix them for me, blah, 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 blah. But it's one of those things where, like, she gave you an opportunity. She gave you, her show so that you can make the bands, so that you can fix your teeth. So what did you do with the money that Joseline gave you off of the opportunity that she gave you? Because technically, she did what she could for you. You wanted her to go out of pocket? Like, what are you doing? Where are your Zeus checks? What are you doing with them? Please let us know. So from there, Joseline ends up literally kicking her out of the house. What does Wet Wet do? No apology. No, let me get myself together. No class. No decorum. She was not demure. She was not cutesy. Okay? She went over and started twerking on the lawn. When I said tell you twerking on the lawn turned into twerking in the street. Twerking in the street turned into the police coming. The police coming turned into her crying in the back of the police car. It was just a lot. You can tell she was drunk. You could tell she was backsliding. You could tell that she's going through a lot, and that Joseline's Cabaret is her saving grace. But you can tell that she's throwing away her opportunity as well, because you have been on a season before, so you know how Joseline is. So you know what she expects out of you, especially for her to bring you back when she didn't really care to bring you back, but she brought you back because the people wanted you back. We were rooting for you. Okay? Don't waste your opportunity. So episode 2 was really the Wet Wet show, because she just like turned it up. So now, by the time Joseline gathers the crew and gets them back together, she's just like, all right. So basically it was just like a house meeting, kind of like baddies or whatever. And the house meeting was just like, what's up? So Lexi and Chinks end up going again. And honestly, child. So that was basically the bulk of episode 1 and 2. Let me know how you feel about Joseline's Cabaret so far. Let me know how you feel about the cast. Let me know without cheating and looking at, Joseline's page to see who actually made it. Let me know who the first eliminations are going to be. And big shout out to Joseline, because I believe she has, a $10,000 prize. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Give these ladies an opportunity to compete. Give these ladies an opportunity to be able to, level up and do what they can, to do their big ones, to be classy, to pop their ish, and to show that they have what it takes. Okay, I'm here for it, because this gives them an opportunity to really showcase their skill. I am eager, and I cannot wait for the next episode so I can see who we think is going to end up winning that $10,000. So let me know in the comments how you felt about episode 1 and 2. Let me know how you feel about this cast. Let me know how you feel about Joseline's Cabaret coming back. Let me know if you feel like Wet Wet is actually going to make it through the season. Let me know Let me know. Let me know. There's so many aspects that we can talk about when it comes to this. Let me know who you feel like won between Lexi Gold and Chinks. Okay. Let me know how you feel about Oceans, the teacher's pet. Okay. Let me know how you feel about Danny and Voodoo coming from Miss Wet Wet. Let me know how you feel about Spicy Moni. Do you think that she's going to show more personality for Joseline that she requested? Let me know. Let me know how you feel about the girls that we didn't really talk about like that, like the Hennessy's, the Rosés, the Dezes. Let me know how you feel about them. Let me know how you feel about Raven coming back after getting tossed on the sidewalk. Did you expect her to come back? Are you excited for her coming back? Let me know how you feel about Diamond coming back. Let me know. I'm actually shocked that Diamond was chosen to come back because Raven, okay, put it this way. Diamond, I would have expected less to come back than Raven because Diamond gives me, I'm not trying to hear Joseline's mouth more than Raven does. Raven has a certain amount of loyalty towards Joseline than Diamond does. Diamond, I feel like she's more there for herself than she is for Joseline. And Raven, I feel like she's more... it's even amount. She's there for Joseline, but she's there for herself as well. But let me know in the comments how you feel about that. Let me know. And of course, y'all, please make sure that you like this video. Make sure that you turn your post notification on. Hit that subscribe button. Next, we are going to be talking about episode 3 once it airs. And let me know in the comments how you feel about everything that happened for this past episode. And if you like this episode, turn in to my next video. I have a couple other videos coming up. We're going to talk about Baddies Midwest. Okay. So much happening. They revealed the cast, y'all. Tune into my next video. Leave your comments down below. And thank you for tuning into PYT TV respectfully.